Welcome, our coach and speaker connection fam. We are here with Life Coach B, aka Britney, and I'm excited. I'm excited for this interview today because Britney has been one of the members that's really been getting it in, really taking chances on herself, taking action, and I'm excited to share her story and what she's been through because it's going to inspire a lot of folks, especially like if you kind of like just trying to get going and confused and not sure what your next steps are. So we're going to go through specifically how she started, and then also what does the journey look like in terms of the actual getting in front of your clientele, which is what I'm excited to share. So let's maybe give them like 2-3 tips. Let's kind of start with finding clients. So I know some folks are in a place where it's like, okay, maybe or maybe not, you know who you want to help, but it's like, okay, well, where are they, right? So let's give the folks maybe some tips on like how are you finding your people online. What does that really look like?
Yeah. So I learned this from you. To keep your ear to the streets, man. You said it the best. Like literally, keep your ear to the streets. Make sure always that radar is going, man. My radar be going so hard that I can't cut it off. I promise you, coach. I be sleep and I wake up in the middle of the night like, oh my gosh, I gotta write this down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, keep your eyes and ears open. Pay attention to your audience, the way that you find them. Because I had a big problem with, okay, how do I find these people? And, because there's a lot of fake accounts and robots and stuff like that. So I learned to first use hashtags, man. Hashtags is like one of the ultimate things that can allow you to reach your niche topic, whatever type of subject you're trying to find on social media. And so, of course, mine was, toxic relationships, narcissists, narc abuse. There's like, you really unlocked a new chamber. Like you said, limiting beliefs. I kept thinking, man, I'm not, because at first I started to just search up abused women or abuse. And I'm like, man, these posts are old. I'm like, I'm not finding the right people. And so you really unlocked another vault to my brain. Like, look, there's so many hashtags that's out there, So I just started writing down all the topics, any related topic, my advice is to find at least 10 to 20 related topics that's related to your niche. And write those down, right? So I got into like narcissists, narc abuse, emotional trauma, you know what I'm saying? Battered hearts. And so the more I started to look, and I would test it. That's another thing. Test it, guys. Trust yourself. You're not going to get results right then and there. Like I started building momentum after 30, 60, 90 days. And just keep doing it. Stick with it. Try different hashtags. Try different times of the day that you reach out to these people. And when you go to the hashtag, what I like to do is look at the top post, like the top post, the most recent post. What I like to do then is read the comments, man. Read the comments. When you read the comments, that's how you know. That's how you can really test. Like, okay, this is my ideal client. Because 9 times out of 10, your top number one client that needs help and needs service in your topic, they're going to be writing out their problems and their challenges and their issues, and they're really going to stress the urgency of how much they need somebody like you. When I tell you, when I started reading them comments, coach, I was like, oh, boom, there she go. Follow. You know what I'm saying? Because before, I was kind of keeping it more broad. I was just like, following people that liked it. I mean, that'll get you leads too, of course. But the real sauce and secret to that is really reading the comments, going to their page, reading their bio. Like women like me, a lot of times they'll say, working on myself or healing or not worried about the past. You know what I'm saying? Go to their photos, go to their pictures, read their captions. You know what I'm saying? Read what other people are saying. Like, I'm here for you. I support you. I'm so sorry that happened to you. You know what I'm saying? So do that. Keep testing it. Use hashtags. Second topic is to find at least 5 main pages just to start. 5 main pages. And by main pages, I mean, I'm talking like top tier influencers that are coaching about your specific topic, right? I found at least 3 ultimate, guys, they have like 1 million followers. And what I do is I go to their recent posts and I read what they're saying. I write some stuff down, but I go to the comments. And another thing I learned was be active, like engage, show them that you can relate to them, right? Not just read their comment, like their comment, reply to their comment, like, oh my gosh, I can relate to this. Like, that's so crazy. I can't believe you've been through that. Or just state something that related to you in that same area, because that'll really get their attention. That'll build that relationship. That'll build that trust. And that'll get them to attract and come to your page. Like, there's so many women that have been reaching out to me. Like I was doing all the reaching out, at first. And the more that I engage under these main pages, the more that I'm building these relationships and things like that. And the third topic I would say is definitely post, relevant content. That's one of the things that I struggle with the most. Like I said, I wanted to help people. So, I'm just talking broad in general, hey, let's get motivated, let's do this. But it's like, no, I need to cut it down. And I really need to
Mhm.
coach you on the top challenges. And you can find the top challenges by just looking at those hashtags, looking at the posts that they write, looking at the captions, looking at what these influencers are saying. Like, write all of that down, find your own way of coaching around that topic. And I'm telling you, man, and making it visual, that was the biggest thing. That's what really boosted me up within this last like 2 weeks. Is I started making things visual. Like I bring on my whiteboard, I write stuff down, I'm
Mhm.
creating with it. Like I put words that pop up on the screen. You know what I'm saying? So make it interesting, make it sound sexy, like Coach say. Headlines, use really good topics, and just keep doing it. Keep staying consistent with it, because I'm telling you, like I'll be getting calls and I'll be like, I get a notification. I'm like, hold on, I ain't scheduled this. I ain't reach out to these people. Who is this? You know what I'm saying? And so people will start to pay attention to you the more you post those relevant topics, and then find the right types of audiences through, what I'm saying, those hashtags, those top influencers, and then, posting that relevant content.
Wow. Really, I really appreciate you for sharing that. And I think a lot of us we've been trying to find a lot of folks, and even me when I first I was like, yo, where are they at? But
Right.
absolutely everything that you've been saying is very, very helpful. So if I'm glad that y'all are finding some great value, and I see y'all in the chat too. Everybody dropping bars. I love it. And if you have any questions, hold your questions because I'm gonna answer them. So I see you, Tamika. All right. I love it. So all right, cool. So now, right, we're doing this activity. We're looking through the hashtags. We're doing the posts. So now we're attracting the right people, right? Now, you also mentioned having conversations, right?
Yeah.
So that we're taking that attraction that we're finding people and people are liking our stuff, we're taking that into a conversation, right? So let me ask you this. Now, how do you know who's a great fit and who isn't? Like almost like quality, right? Because anybody could like it or anybody could say I want it, but how do you know who is quality, right? Even before you have a conversation over the phone, because you don't speak to
Right.
everybody on the phone. But how do you know who's quality, good quality or not, or who's just potentially wasting your time?
Right. And that's what I struggle with too, because I was just like excited that the fact that I had people following me back, people were starting to like my content and things like that. I had to really learn how to not waste my time, and still how to find the right types of people, right? So one of the things that I learned was to really get down to your niche topic, like really be as detailed as possible. Like I help women or men or whatever it may be in the ages of 18, 20, whatever. And then what types of positions do you want them? Like, are you looking for people that, for example, me, I help abuse women, right? So am I looking for women that are still in their relationship? Am I looking for women that have already left? Am I looking for women that are still there but they really, really want to leave? And so I had to write down a bullet list. You know what I'm saying? These are the age groups of the people that I'm looking for. These are the types of women that I'm looking for, right? Me, preferably, I'm looking for a younger woman. So if it's an older woman, that like my post or that wrote on my comments, I'll still engage, but that's really not who I'm pushing to get. You know what I'm saying? And so what I learned was to first make sure they qualify, write those bullet points down. If they qualify, go ahead and reach out, engage with them. But before you do that, go to their page, kind of get a feel of who they are. Look at their pictures, right? A lot of times I get a lot of women that come flowing in and following me and liking my stuff. But then I go to their page and they're still like, posted up, taking recent pictures with, their significant other, who 9 times out of 10 are probably still causing them the abuse and the toxic and everything like that. And it's like, you can't really help a client unless they're really ready. When their ability to change is greater than their ability to want to stay the same, that's how I know, like, okay, I got them. You know what I'm saying? If a person is posting like, I'm lonely or I'm frustrated or I wish he was here, they may not be ready for me just yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still nurture them. I'm gonna still write on their comments, encourage them and things like that. But it's really about examining the comment, writing down, exactly who it is that you're trying to help, and making sure that they qualify with those,
So,
points.
so let me ask you this, and that's amazing. And by the way, if you are guilty of not doing enough research or investigation on somebody that you could potentially help, before you actually have that communication with them, go ahead and put guilty in the comments. Put guilty, right? If you know, I ain't really investigating my people first. All right, so let's say you do that, you find them, and now you're having a private conversation with them.
Right.
What are maybe like some things that you would kind of think about asking to kind of really see, okay, I got some preliminary information on them ahead of time, but I don't really know if they're a fit to work with me until I have this DM conversation with them. So kind of maybe give some folks maybe, a couple quick pointers on some types of questions that they can ask to see if they're a good fit.
Yeah. For one, you guys, use code. If you're not in the program, please get in the program, guys. It's definitely worth it. It gives you so many gems. If you are, just type in I think it was like conversion script or DM script in the search bar. Watch that video, rewatch it. I watched that at least 3 times, and each time I took something out of it that was different, right? So what we really want to do is we want to make our introduction, because we want to make sure that we can engage. A lot of women, they're not going to open up to me right away. You know what I'm saying? So first I want to build that rapport. I want to let them know like, hey, I'm genuine. I'm here for you. I'm building that support. Now from there, we do have to ask those qualifying questions as far as like, okay, where are you at right now? What are you struggling with? And where are you trying to go, right? So those 3 main topics: where you're at right now, what are you struggling with, what's your main top struggle, what's preventing you from already achieving those results, what do I need right now today to make this change? And that really helps you transition, like, okay, they're not ready. Okay, they're ready. I can help them, right? They're ready, but I can't help them. You know what I'm saying? So it's really breaking it down, making sure you understand exactly where they're at, where they're trying to go, what they're struggling with, and how they're feeling about everything. You know what I'm saying? I always ask on a scale from 1 to 10, how well have you been doing, after you stepped away from your toxic relationship? Like, how well have you been doing with your healing? And if I get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm like, oh yeah, I can help her. You know what I'm saying? But if it's like a 10, it's like, okay, I can't really help her. She may be already at her spot of healing. And then once you get that done, just, figure out some more things. Ask probing questions, guys. A lot of probing questions related to your topic, relating to what you coach, and letting them know, like, okay, this is where you're at now. This is where you're trying to be. I can help you, right? And then giving them an option, guys. Giving them an option like, hey, what is your schedule looking like between tomorrow and, Friday? And giving them a time. Because I noticed if I just ask, like, okay, would you like to get on a call with me? That's giving them an opportunity to pull back. You know what I'm saying? So just set it up really nice, make them feel comfortable, make sure you build that rapport, figure out exactly what it is that they're at in their life, and then go ahead and let them know, like, here's your ticket, here's a couple days, times, boom, and you go ahead and schedule the call. Because one of my main problems was I had my little link set up and everything, and it's like they really wouldn't be proactive with it. So you have to be proactive for them, because it's the proof is in the script. They're looking through, they're like, man, Coach B, asked me about this. She's concerned about me. And it helps them understand, like, look, I'm really struggling, and I really need somebody right now to help me make this, transition.
Oh my God. I think we just got another mini masterclass, ladies and gentlemen.